we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign of what's going to happen to these other.
Just one example. Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that management.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, you know I come back with that video just to make you think. And this one is so good they may flag it, but I'm doing it anyway. Now guys, you remember I did the video on CME futures. They're betting on whether we have droughts or not. Now what comes up, guys, as CME futures start? Poisoning the water in Florida during the Super Bowl. Sodium hydroxide. Now, guys, I'm not saying it's not crazy people out here, but nobody is going to poison your water. And not that much, guys. Not one person is going to do a scheme that would allow that much sodium hydroxide in your water. One person wouldn't have the capabilities. And then on top of it, guys, it's right at the time of Super Bowl. Guys, you just can't make this up. And then also, guys, we have, when it comes to tech, and remember I told you it's definitely coming, we have DoorDash buying Chowbotics. Now, guys, this machine makes its own salad. Now on CNBC, they say, yes, we'd rather for the robot to do it instead of the human. They're pushing the narrative. Remember I told you. Oh, it's coming. I've done plenty of videos on this. So not only is the self-driving car going to deliver your food, but the robots are going to be making your food. Plus, we're going to be moving into smart cities. Now, you know I've done plenty of videos on Ben Gertzel speaking about the smart cities. Now we have a Nevada bill that will allow big tech to set up their own governments. And guys, if you have my book, you already know it. It's coming, guys. Remember, I study the New World Order. And what I've learned every time I study the New World Order is already planned out. Y'all have a wonderful day.
A hacking attack on a water treatment plant is raising big questions about the vulnerability of critical facilities nationwide. Federal investigators are searching for a hacker who tried to poison the Oldsmar, Florida water system on Friday, just 15 miles from the Super Bowl, right before the big game. Officials say the intruder broke into the water treatment controls for about 5 minutes. As Jeff Pegues reports, the intent was to add too much of a dangerous chemical.
This is obviously a significant and potentially dangerous increase.
Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Galtieri says a water treatment plant operator first noticed the remote access hack. The bad actor increased the amount of sodium hydroxide, or lye, in the water supply from 100 parts per million to more than 11,000.
The public was never in danger. It would have taken between 24 and 36 hours for that water to hit the water supply system.
For the 15,000 residents of Oldsmar, Florida, the increase of sodium hydroxide in the water supply could have caused vomiting, chest, and abdominal pain.
This type of activity and this type of hacking of critical infrastructure is not necessarily limited to just water supply systems. It can be anything.
And that's of concern to people like Robert Lee, CEO of cybersecurity firm Dragos. He says this hack wasn't necessarily sophisticated, but many smaller cities like Oldsmar don't always have the resources to protect against them.
when you think about some of our most critical infrastructures, they're pretty well protected. But when you think about a municipality or some of our smaller infrastructure, they don't get the same resources as the others.
Lee says on the local level, communities need to invest in stronger cybersecurity and dedicated staffing to protect against hacks.
When it comes to our smaller infrastructure sites, they are much more vulnerable in the sense that they aren't investing as much in security, but they're also not necessarily as big of a target. On a national scale, that may not seem impactful, but to those 15,000 people and their families, that's extraordinarily impactful.
The Secret Service cyber units are working in this case. They are leading the investigation along with help from the FBI, trying to track down the suspect or suspects behind this hack and trying to determine whether they are here in the U.S. or somewhere overseas. It's the kind of investigation that could take months or longer. And
speaking of DoorDash, company is buying robotics startup Robotics. Now, in terms of the deal not disclosed, the company's technology uses robotics to help restaurants expand their menu. For example, a pizzeria can now add a salad robot to expand its offerings to include custom salads. The meal-making robots have also been installed in airports, universities, hospitals, grocery stores to offer food options without the need for more manpower. So, guys, we're talking about the minimum wage. Well, I'm not even sure whether the minimum wage is going to matter in the end.
The machine that makes the salad?
The robot makes the salad. Robot makes the salad.
That's kind of cool.
Who made the salad?
Unless you're somebody who makes a salad for a living.
Caesar made the salad.
Caesar made the salad.
That's the old commercial. Yeah. You know what? I'm okay with that. I prefer the a clean robot. Maybe I would a little lubricant on my salad is better than whatever. How about salad bars? Is that the one?
Never going back.
Another upside to the pandemic that we don't ever have.
It's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, do those?
There's a reason the sneeze guards are there, but then you see people going under the sneeze guards.
Oh.
Like, oh.
I mean, what we used to do. You go to King's, the supermarket. There used to be cheese there with little toothpicks every day, and I'd eat it. I'd go in there. I think about that now, and boy, those are the good old days,
like?
or what was I thinking?
My dad used to go to Costco for lunch because they'd have so many of those things out. He'd go walk around the aisles. That's never coming back.
Yeah, man. That's not happening. I don't.
Yeah.
Are salad bars coming back? What about buffets? Are those coming back? They try to say they will. Golden Corral, whatever it is. They say they got plans. They got ways to do it. If everybody's vaccinated.
As a former Golden Corral salad bar girl, I used to work there. I worked there one summer.
No, you didn't.
I have a hard
time.
Did you? I did. I worked at a Golden Corral for one summer. The summer I was 16.
No kidding. How often do they change the tongs? Or they don't, do they?
I will tell you, I didn't eat out for a while after seeing what happens behind the scene, and that's any restaurant. That's not Golden Corral. That is any restaurant. You see what happens where there's a bunch of teenagers working.
So robots making the salads with the 2 thumbs up, right? Is that what we decided?
Look, I think it's great if you can let a pizza place expand its offerings and have it there without the manpower having to pay for it. I think that's actually great for small businesses that can probably use the help.